Welcome to this bonus episode we've got for you guys. England squad's being announced. We've got a former England coach here who coached the last two squads actually before Thomas Tuchel stepped up and took over. So we want to get a chance to pick his brains, great players he's worked with, etc. So Joleon Lescott, welcome.
When you look at your experience, because I remember when I was seeing you go to the first team, I was like excited and stuff like that. How enjoyable was it, man? First team.
Unreal. Surreal, to be fair, to be asked to do that.
To coach England's first team, that's nuts, man.
Especially with this generation, like again, every generation's tough, but like this is arguably the strongest generation.
You played in and around the golden generation that everyone talks about. In terms of, just forget games and what their talent, etc. In terms of in training, and you go like, what is it quicker now? Is it sharper? Is it more quality? Is it more consistent?
It's definitely sharper, because when I'm joining, I'm a lot more tired. Obviously, I'm 42, you know what I mean? But in regards to like, our generation was different, man. I remember going there and saying this, like there was Ash, Rio, Stevie, and Wazza. Like everyone was like, wow. And then I see them four, I was like, oh, there's another level as well. I come here and there's the level, and then you see them, and it was like, Jesus, mad. Like, remember Ash and Rio, was like from a defensive point of view, like just not giving the ball away when they're clearing it. I'm like, they're the things that.
Not giving the ball away when they're clearing it.
Exactly. I was like, they're the things that you take for granted. It was like, well, if the ball's coming in the box this way, I should have players there. So when I'm clearing it should go there. And I was like, oh, they're the elements that make you that. So yeah,
details, isn't it? Details.
Yeah, it's different.
It's mad. Seriously, you don't consider that, because I got into it's different. Our journey is very different. Successful and successful, but different ways. Mm-hmm. I was always in the England squad as a kid, getting in and around it. Yeah, and I wouldn't consider something like that, because I was going in and thinking like flipping like 18, I should play. I went and trained at 16 years old with like in the Euros in '96.
Sure.
And I'm doing 1v1s and stuff with the defenders, and I'm thinking I reckon I'm better than all of them. In my head. That's the stupid confidence that I had, and fearlessness. Right, whether I was or not is a different thing. But in my head, I was on the phone to my mates after that. These guys can't shout to me. I should be in it. I should be playing. I'm here I'm picking up the balls and bibs. I should be playing, at least in the squad. And he's different. So he's actually coming in and really looking at the detail and different things as how I can get in. I'm in now. How am I going to stay here? How am I going to get into the team? How am I going to? He's analysing everything. Where I was just like, everything was a blur.
Part of it.
Yeah. So I would never consider that. It's mad that the different.
That's really interesting. That I think that's a powerful statement. Even when clearing it, And if you look at players, right, when you were coaching, who almost got the call up.
So we had Djed Spence in here the other day. We interviewed him. Yeah, great kid. And he's coming on the pod actually. Yeah, so anyone who's watching, Djed Spence is coming up soon.
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood,
I like that, and I got that vibe.
Why is he misunderstood?
Because his persona is that he doesn't love the game. Djed loves the game.
He loves it.
His family loves the game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've not seen confidence from a kid like this. You got to watch this guy. Because when he talks, the confidence.
Well, confidence comes from actually doing it, and what he's saying. Like you can then combat it against things that haven't happened. And as I said, if you look at his 1v1s, how many players going past Djed?
But that's what he said. He spoke about 1v1s, and there was some confidence I ain't seen in the defender for a long time.
But it's true, because there would be footage of it happening if he wasn't true. Do you know what I mean? If what he's saying wasn't true, there'd be evidence of it.
How does someone like Djed Spence, who's on the peripheral, not even on the peripheral, he's being spoke about now, he's had to wait a long time to get into his actual parent club, Tottenham, doing really well now. How does someone like him on the outskirts, get into an England squad in this day and age?
Consistency. I think like I said, there was an element of Djed that was frustrating. Like he didn't want to head it as much as he would like. He would rather let when the ball was being switched, he would rather let the winger have it at his feet and defend that, then say I'm just going to win this header and challenge this completely.
And he's tall as well.
But again, when you're thinking about it coming through this generation of, say, he's probably never been taught how to do that. So if that's a stronger part of my game, I'd rather be exposed to that than have to compete with that. It's mad. But how does he get into the squad? I think he just has to be consistent, don't he? If he's playing left back, I think
got a good chance.
Yeah.
But do you think systems now are overriding individual brilliance? Because we've been talking about this for a while. I'd
tactically,
like to talk about that.
But again, I think there's a factor of it that coaches want to audition. Coaches don't want individuals to outshine their system. and that is the difference within the game. I think coaches would rather win with their system than say, you go and win us the game.
They say that about Pep a lot, don't they? I saw Capello's quotes about Pep the other day saying that. So that he tries to change things in games and does some outrageous things that in big moments just lost him Champions Leagues because he wanted to be the guy and he wanted it to look like he was making a decision.
Really? I can see that, but I also believe his footballing brain works different to most. So different. To simplify it and just be like, or maybe it's just a personnel change when over the last 9 years he's changed football, the landscape. I don't think you can just say, well, in this moment you have to keep it that simple, but on the grand scheme of things you're able to invert wingers.
He did caveat that, to be fair, Capello, with like if there's 3 people that have changed football, he mentioned Cruyff, Arrigo Sacchi and Milan, and then Pep, which is true. Do you know what made me start thinking about this was I sent a quote from Unai Emery into the WhatsApp group. His quote was, "The game has become so tactical now that strategy alone is no longer enough. More and more we will see that success will rely on the creativity of individual players, those who can dribble past their opponents and create moments that are more about skill than by positional actions. This will be the key in the future." Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think...
That's back to our era, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'll go for a player, Moussa Dembele. You set up your team to whatever. In midfield, he would go past your set midfielder and now he's done.
The system's gone.
You're done. You're done. And now someone's running at your overload and it's like, it's like, you know what I mean? It was like them kind of moments where you're like, now it's down to the individual. So yeah, granted the systems are probably adding to the entertainment because I think it's developed the lesser teams because they're coached probably better than we were. But the players, there's not as many players. And I was thinking about this, it's like, sometimes you just need the icing or the cherry. Not every player is going to be the cake and the system and all that. Someone can just be like, I'm that guy. I want to be the guy when we need it. Like, I think Salah's that.
I think that's why Cole Palmer...
Salah's the cherry.
I think Cole Palmer, for example, you look at the way he moves and stuff like that, you need that in the game.
100%.
Because if you don't, bro, it's boring, it's systematic, it's robotic, and... If I'm honest with you, that's kind of how I saw Saka a little bit. I thought it was very system-based, like you said, does the right things, cuts in. It's very, there's no flair.
It's the finesse you're looking for. It's like Salah and Saka are quite similar maybe in that sense. That you probably don't pay to watch them because they're not going to excite you with like a step over the Brazilian vibe like that, which is like the entertainment factor. But you know what you're getting every week. Consistency, and you're going to get output. Goals
every coach that comes in
will take them
and plays them. Like Cole will entertain everyone, but there might be a coach. I don't know if Cole plays for Conte at Chelsea when they win the league.
No way.
Just because I don't think he's as reliable or
out of possession and
not even reliable. I just think he probably would want more control over the end product. Conte would want that. I don't want the maverick. I want to know that. If I'm saying you to do this, regardless of your individual brilliance, you're just going to do that.
What do you tell him? What have you told him?
What, Cole?
Yeah.
Just be Cole in the right areas. Just be you, but only in the right areas. Like I remember when we go back to the beginning of the 21s campaign, like Cole was our top goal scorer for the first 5 or 6 games, but he was getting subbed because he wanted to be Cole on the edge of our box, like we played Slovakia when he's trying to do a bit, lost it, now we concede. But he scores you the goal that is equaliser, or then the next game he scores you the winner.
You can't trust him.
So he was just developing that. But again, he was 19 then, you know what I mean? So there was going to be a level of lack of understanding of where and when to do that. But for Cole, they probably got him at the perfect time. He's had structure his whole
life,
career. And now, go and be free.
Who do you like coaching best? Like that systematic player, that like a Saka and Salah, but also give you the cherry on top with the goals and output, or do you like the maverick looking player who can ghost and do something that gets you excited and off your seat?
It's different. I think you pick more systematic players and you pick more reliable players, but in terms of influence, you probably have a bigger influence on them because they understand it at that moment a little bit. Like say again, Cole, remember speaking to Cole and he was doing his thing in training and he's sitting it back and it's like breaking down. I'm saying, Cole, because you're giving him the ball
But you can receive.
that you would need.
Yeah.
He needs way more time than that. He's a defender. He's a goalkeeper. Whenever you're sitting it back, he needs twice as long because he's going to have to process. He's going to have to take a real touch. He's not going to be able to figure out, well, I can do this and I can do that. And if he closes me down here, I can move it. He doesn't have that ability because he's a defender. So, and he was like, oh yeah, I never really thought about it like that. I was like, because you haven't
playing
had to.
how he wants to receive,
just
isn't it?
playing
Yeah.
it like, if you give me this ball here, I'll take him on and then I'll be through. No, Cole, that's the centre half. Like, if you give me that ball there, it's going long and we've lost possession.
How does he? I know you've just said that he's like, oh yeah, but how does he normally receive information like that? Because when you're a maverick, sometimes it could be difficult.
No,
Spot on.
Spot on. Yeah. Because as I said,
Seems a great
I'm not patronising him or disrespecting him. It was like, and you again, we have a relationship where I could have said that. It's different now. He's gone on and he's doing stupid things, which I'm not surprised by. But all them guys, we spoke about them all.
Phil
like,
Foden.
Same, yeah. I worked with Phil. But he was younger then, so it was different then. But like to 21s lads, like Curtis and that,
Jones.
and Morgan
Angel
Gibbs White,
Gomez.
Angel, all of them guys just so open to information because they said they're not going to use it all, but if it's something they haven't heard, they might implement it. Like Cole hasn't stuck to that fact that I said to him, and he's gone, okay, well, this is the moments I'll use it, and this is the moments, well, no, I'll do what I want, and just finding the balance in it.
With your coaching hat on, you coached at the senior level as well, the England squad. Like, with your time there, how much freedom do the players actually get to deviate from like the plan?
Cars, again, my experience was with Lee Carsley, so it was a lot. It was like, well, this is how, as I said, this is how we press. This is how we want to play and get you the balls in these areas. But when you're in these areas, your ability then determines the outcome. Like you're allowed to do what you want to do. But as I said, the structure of it was, well, this is how I think we should defend. This is how I think we win the ball back. And then all of a sudden, the brilliance of whoever it is goes. And
How many of those players, those like mavericks, how many of them can you get in a team realistically? Because everyone, when we're talking about our best team, we all want them in.
Oh, 100%.
Isn't it?
And that's probably the factor when we did it against Greece at home, and it's like, we want to see Phil, we want to see Cole, we want to see Jude, we want to see them all in there, and you put them all in there and it doesn't quite marry up. But I don't know, it depends who you're playing, innit? Like,
If you're playing in a quarter-final World Cup, Euros, big game, tough opposition.
I think there's only going to be one Maverick performance, but you can get them all in there. You just got to expect someone's going to have to compensate a little bit of their game. Like, I think probably Jude's the most adaptable. Could probably say, well, I can do that, and then Cole can go and be the match winner for that element, whether it's a moment of brilliance, but over the course of 90 minutes, it probably would be Jude or whatever. So I think there's just an understanding that level of player has that.
You got like thingy talking of midfielders. We've been talking about like the holding midfielder, Busquets and them guys. Angel Gomez. Like
Angel Delight.
That's what I'm saying. Straight away, his face lights up.
Oh, mate.
What character?
Yeah, great guy.
I've just mentioned his name, and your face just lit up.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, go on, talk to me.
Yeah, he's got that Busquets kind of feel in terms of just attributes you probably just go unnoticed, but his ability to turn. Like, he has angel. That was saying he has angel moments that probably only he can do. Like
in them deep positions.
Yeah, and that's so misunderstood. Like the ability to receive on the edge of your box as comfortable as you can receive on the edge of their box. They're totally different things, totally different emotions. Because if I give it away here, we're conceding. Or if I give it away there, or the ability to make a chance, like the excitement, the adrenaline you get from that is like, no, that's a pressure. You give it away there,
It's bad.
we're done. And then you know what's coming off the back of that. But Angel just has a fearless of, nah, give me that ball. I will do what is
Under
necessary.
any pressure.
Yeah, he's because he's not, again, if you get tight to him and like strength-wise, you'd probably muscle him, but his ability to just receive it and just turn his body round.
Away from pressure.
Mad.
Is he England's best six?
Nah, I don't think he's, because again, I think he would be in certain games, but in terms of every game, nah, I wouldn't say he's the best six. Curtis Jones, man.
You know what? I give him ratings because you said it like a year ago. You was like, watch out for this boy.
Oh, man.
And last season, I thought he was just on good form. But this season, I've seen like right, especially in the beginning, I thought
every position. You
Yeah, that's
remember,
what I
like
was gonna
he's
say.
not coming and saying I'm just this. Like
He
Curtis
comes on
has,
everywhere.
yeah,
But you see the difference
And he was
with
an attacking player, you know.
yeah. He's a winger,
Yeah.
left winger.
you see the difference with Gomez, for example. Yeah, he's obviously playing in France. People are not watching
Yeah.
every week. Let's be honest. So how's Tuchel then going to make the selection? Is there whiteboards? Is there database?
No, yeah, we're
How
not
is he-
watching every week because they go to the games and get all the like. There's a scouting system that gets the games and get the
Collecting the data.
metrics and not just the data but just visual. Because again, data is great for analysts, but from a footballing mind, there's footballing decisions that come with playing, and I think too many like metrics are determined on the outcome. That isn't always the greatest thing. Like we all know, I was lucky then.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Cross come in, he's missed the target. Oh, I was lucky. I was in the wrong position. My body position was wrong, but the data will say that he's missed. So you're not going to be.
Yeah, the analyst ain't going to even see that chance because it's not a goal.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I mean-
But then there's another time when I'm touch tight. I've done everything I should, and he scores. Oh, now you've lost that duel. Yeah, but I couldn't do any more. So the decision to be in this position and allow this to happen was right. The outcome was wrong because of the opponent. But
Yeah, or luck.
yeah, a lot of the time luck. But again, they're the things that footballing.
Data ain't giving you
Nah,
that.
data ain't doing
That's
that.
why
That's
you
why I
gotta
don't
see.
believe in this GA goals.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
because if I
Steve, that's all Steve.
Yeah, I know.
Steve loves all that.
stupid like
Yeah.
you cross the ball. So
Shout out, Steve.
if I give you the same cross and it's Haaland or it's let's just say Jamie Vardy, the same height, is that the chance? Who's that a chance for? It's only a chance for Haaland because he can reach that, but it's the same cross. So how do we judge that?
Yeah, I agree.
It's just
I
wild.
agree.
That's the worst.
But do you
that's
not
the worst
use it?
that-
Do you not?
Oh,
Even though it's,
sorry, just
do you not
all-
use it?
No, you use it, but you don't. It doesn't determine everything.
But
That's
do you
the
use it
difference.
though?
No. Chance is created. Like it is documented, but I'm saying a chance for Harry Kane isn't the chance for Ollie Watkins.
So-
Like Ollie Watkins could receive it on the halfway line, run through and do what he did against, say, France away, but Harry Kane's not going to do that. But then in the box, they have different skills.
Like
So
when you look at that and it's on the document, you just go,
No, you take it. I think you consider it, but it doesn't define your final answer.
yeah, I don't. I'm not.
So you don't consider it
this is what I'm saying, Rio.
But
I
it's
get the
considered.
feeling.
It's
Yeah.
considered, but I would talk that out of it. I would talk that out of my decision.
Because even for instance, defensively, right?
Yeah.
You could say, "Oh, best defensive record for the last 6 months." Blah blah blah. It's great. But then I watched about 3 games, and I'm saying, but your position
Oh, mate.
from crosses or your positions when we have the ball are
hurt my
awful,
feelings, man.
and you're getting lucky because they're not playing the ball. They're not
Yeah.
passing the ball. You're not getting punished right now, but you'll be punished in the long term. In the long run, it will start coming. It will bite your bum. But the data ain't telling me that. That's why
Yeah.
the eye test. You have to have the eye test. I think I'm not buying no player based on just data, and I
Oh.
think there are clubs that are doing it.
100%.
But
100%. I think you can do that for a certain level, but elite
top,
level.
yeah, no.
Nah, it has to be outcomes and
I agree.
decision making processes.
I know I'm supposed to wrap up, yeah, but I just want to know, under 21s, right? Who should we be watching out for? Because you told us about Curtis Jones from day dot.
I'm not actually
So
involved in it anymore.
We didn't even finish that. So Curtis Jones is the best England 6. You think?
I think he's the most rounded.
Because you ain't mentioned Declan Rice yet.
No, I think in certain games Dec would be that, but again, Dec's ability to perform in certain games is higher than Curtis's, but then in other games it would be less.
Needed.
Yeah, and as I said, that there's solely different skills, and it's not a case of he's the 6th every week like that.
So you would.
Them days are gone, man. We need to ridicule that. And me saying Curtis Jones is that doesn't mean I don't rate him, and all them things are not the case. But in terms of, like I said, if you're talking about ability, like Curtis will show you his ability. And again, that took a while for him to harness the understanding of that, because Curtis wanted to show you.
Every time he had the ball.
And I'm like, we don't need to see it every time, just the right times. And then now he's like, okay. And again, that's not me saying that to Curtis, but that's Curtis just learning and being like, oh, there's times to show you that. Like the goal against Greece away,
Oh yeah.
like he receives on the edge of the box, plays on the corner, and they're
runs.
scoring like.
Yeah. Crazy. But that's what I think was one of the most impressive things about Cobby when he was playing for England, especially, was his ability to play the right pass and his decision making and to play 1 and 2 touch majority of the time. And as a young player, like you say, they want to show you why I'm here every time they get the ball. Cobby was like, boom.
That's
Curtis,
the Angel Gomez kind of
Yeah.
vibe. Cobby gives me that. It's like tight control, short spaces, short distances, small compact areas. I can have that and be that guy and just play out, and But again, there's so many. Like, who's to argue that Jude, if he didn't go and want to be a 6, he could be the best? Like, he probably could.
Do you think that about Jude? Do you think Jude, if he wanted, because he played there as a kid for England a lot of times.
He played as a 10 as well. Yeah, he played as a 10 a lot as well.
Yeah. And a lot of people I hear who coached him at a young age say if he played anywhere on the pitch, he would be the best player.
His IQ's high.
Is it?
And obviously, you know that. Like,
that's some Wayne Rooney business right there, man.
Yeah.
Like, anywhere you play, you're just...
It's more realistic with Jude, I think.
Of course.
Just the profile of the player and stuff. Wayne's
IQ. Yeah, and Wayne could do it, but he would the emotion of it.
Yeah, he'd get frustrated.
Defending. Defending. There's red cards involved. There's definitely a red card in there somewhere.
Yeah. Wazza could play right back and be off within 10 minutes easy.
100%. Or lock down Vinicius Jr. Yeah, like it's one of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like Stevie has that kind of can just go and play and be a centre forward or be a right winger. Or Jude is mad.
When you see him, for example, when you did you coach Jude when he was younger?
No, I worked with the 15s, and he was in that age group with a few other players.
As a 10-year-old.
He was 5 months old. He was the captain of the 15s, and I did some stuff with them. Just controlled the game and just doing stuff. I was like, oh, you can just do that.
In all the coach capacity you've been involved in with England, which player have you seen and you've gone, whoa, like, because we all know there's players who are good and there's it, and then you've gone, oh, when you see someone in training, it's always a bit of a different. You're seeing something else. You've gone,
there's
right,
so
that's
many.
special.
There's
Give us some
many
examples then.
Phil, when I worked at 21s, back when Phil was in the 21s, I think he was 17. Yeah, that was mad.
Is it?
That squad was mad, to be fair.
Yeah.
That was like Dom Solanke, Tammy Abraham. Who else was up front? Dom Calvert-Lewin, and then it was like Jay Madison and Lookman, Reece Nelson and Phil. Yeah, that was a mad squad, to be fair. I cover camps with them. And then having worked with this squad, like I've told you before, none of them are surprising me because I've seen it. Like, I've just gutted, and I say this all the time, that the tournament wasn't documented, it wasn't on TV for everyone to see, because when you see them perform now, you're not surprised. You're not. What James Trafford's doing for Burnley, you're not surprised. Like, they're top. They're all top, and it's there.
If you had to pick one out of that 21 squad and you go, right, that's the best. He's going to go. Yeah. Who is it?
That's the best. The 21 squad that won the Euros.
Yeah. Because they're all playing in this first team squad now. They're all in around the first team squad.
Yeah. The ones that you're probably doing it now because they are doing it. But yeah, Curtis, man, like I said, they have the ability to do it in multiple positions. Like Cole Palmer played as a 6 for us against Germany.
You said that one of the coaches
said that's the best performance I've seen from any England team.
The German coach.
Yeah. This was at halftime.
Wow.
He said at halftime, he said to me, "This is the best performance I have ever seen from any England team."
Wow.
He must have meant academy because obviously the seniors levels, but in terms of, and that was Cole playing as a 6.
Is there anyone in when you played like under 21 levels, yeah,
there is
necessarily that you just knew? Even I know you did a big skip in it. You went from. Did you even play under 21?
I played 3 or 4 games I played, but no, Stevie was the guy. Stevie came in as a kid. To be fair, Jody Morris schooled him in training one day.
Yeah,
but you just knew, like, he's got a walk that just commands a little, like, you go,
really?
He's got a bowl
he's got a bowl where that is just a natural, I am the fucking guy.
Yes.
Like, and there's an authority with the way that he plays football, Stevie, for me, even as a kid. And Jamie Redknapp had actually earmarked him for me before that. He said, we got a kid coming through, he's smashing the life out of people in training, in tackles, and then smashing them in the top corner. And I was like, yeah. And then when his name rang again to the 21s, it's like, right, let's have a look at this. And immediately, there's certain players, like you probably had it with the guys you've mentioned, but there's certain players that walk in and you go, yeah, they're game ready right now. He's one of them. Wow. Rooney.
Stevie.
Mate, Stevie was an absolute joke.
You said, that he would whip balls in training.
Oh, like, Stevie's pass is different.
Yeah, he a little bit like Cole in some respects sometimes. He's actually passing the ball to you so hard how he would go, I'll do that on a one touch.
Oh, yeah.
Or take it in motion back where it's coming from.
Because obviously you pass the ball with, and that is the information that person needs to know what is your next option. Yeah. But because his level was that, it was like, I'm going to give you this at this speed, but I can't control that. I need to take 2 touches to get that out of my feet. And it's like, the difference between a good pass and a good ball, totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
The difference between a good pass and a good ball.
A good passes are switch it 50 yards, but now you're giving it to a fullback that's isolated, and now we can't take no one on. So that's a good pass. A good ball is bang. Now you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta tell you. The information is in the speed, in the spin, in the angle of pass it, bang.
And you know the mad thing as well is that Stevie, if he played you a ball and you fucked it up, the look, of disdain.
No. I'm going to give you a story now, mate. Oh my God. We played Russia. This is my first start for England, you know. Playing Russia away on the AstroTurf. You played it, didn't it?
Yeah, ugly game.
I'm left back. Oh my God, it's not going well. It's not. The nerves are there, man. The nerves are there.
Was you nervous?
Yeah. It was my first start, and I was left back, so I was just playing, and I wasn't terrible, but I weren't great.
Yeah.
And
quiet.
Yes, quiet. And as I said, they were watering the Astro, so the ball's come to me, and I've took a touch, and on the half volley, I've tried to like play it into Stevie, but I've given him a Stevie pass, but it wasn't like it was a bit firm. So on TV you wouldn't see, but I knew. He had to do something that he probably thought, no, I should be doing this here. That look come.
Did he?
Oh my God! He went. I look away. Stevie, give me a look.
I've seen him do it, and I've seen people crumble. Apple crumble, like because it's just like a look of like you shouldn't even for that you shouldn't be here.
Yeah,
that's the vibe you get.
You said like Keane, obviously it's so similar in a way. Obviously Keane might go a bit.
No, Roy Keane would. It would be a look with Roy, but then the verbal volley will come as well. Roy
Stevie's more like,
and Roy could wait 30 seconds. He could wait 4 minutes. He could wait till half
the
time.
action's gone, and then I'm remembering
and you forgot it, and you walk in, and he goes, "What about that fucking ball? What about that?" And you're like, "Bro, about 100 actions have gone on since then. What are we going back to that for? We're 4-0 up now. What's going?" He was like, but again, the look or the verbal was about standards.
Yeah.
As well. You know what I mean? It was about making sure you know that there's a level that you need to make sure you're at.
Did you ever play a mad ball to Stevie like that? Obviously, you're not teammates like that, and it could be a little bit different. So you're playing for England. Do you ever remember anything where you go? Because I don't really. But Paul Ince, I with Paul Ince one time, like I played the ball into Ince, and I shouted like I think I shouted to give it back to me because I played it and ran out of defence to go, and he done something else. So I went, Ince, give it back to me, man. What's mate?
It's
You just stay there and do your job there. Don't chat to me about none of that stuff, mate. And my heart sank because he's one of my favourite all times. And my heart just but the blood flow come out of my body.
Yeah, adrenaline's gone.
I
was
like, I know my place. You even said once when you won the Premier League, you said you got excited once.
Yeah, he told me to just calm it. He said, he said, you want one? Yeah, all right, calm down.
I think I got that text without Ince what humbled me. Now, I love Ince, man. He was massive for me at Wolves, massive. Like,
he is. He's the humbler. He will humble your soul quick.
Yes. Yeah. I was still mindful of
really
how much
even now.
If I see him in that, it's still Ince, Paul, like kind of thing. But it's not. It's not the same energy.
We had Andy Cole last week, and we were saying the same thing. Like, there's that aura. Like.
Coley was bad.
Yeah, looks at you.
Yeah, man. Just the calmness. Even like he made me took my shirt in, Andy Cole.
What?
Because he used to look immaculate all the time. I used to play my shirt in because I thought, I need to.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Coley. See, other players have impact on you. It don't have to be about football.
Yeah.
It's true. Coley. People forget how good Coley was, hard to play against.
Shouldn't forget that.
Good episode last week.
Yeah, it was good. Episode. If you ain't checked it out, go and check out the Andy Carr episode. So anyway, Joe, love doing that, man. It's great to kind of get the insight as an ex-coach, but also the insights on England, Stevie's little looks and that, and just terrorising people. You got like Curtis Jones. I didn't know you thought so highly of him, but it's just insightful to see that and the details that you come with, man. So this is what we love here on Rio Presents. So thanks again, and thanks for sticking around. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Rio Presents. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be here every Monday throughout the season, so tell your mates and all get involved, man. If you've got a point you think we should be discussing or want to put us on the spot with a question you want answering, get in touch using the fans first at rioferdinandpresents.com email address or use hashtag RFP on social. Make sure you leave us a review and follow this Rio Ferdinand Presents feed and you'll never miss an episode. See ya on the next one.